What's going on, people? It's Friday the 11th of March. It's good to hear from you all. I'm try to just run through what's on my mind before I leave. Turn the camera off today. Interesting comments yesterday. I only had to remove a couple and block one person because it's just the motivation is very clear. And being a public person, I deal with it. You deal with people's perceptions. People think they have you figured out, and it's like they don't. And some of it is just really, it's just bullshit. It's a reflection of the crap in their heads. Like I say always, what we say is a reflection of our reality. What I'm telling you is mine, okay? So somebody else coming over here telling me theirs, that's the first thing I see. Oh, this is in your head. This is what you think. It has no bearing on me. Along those lines, folks, one of the reasons why I talk about Ukraine is my friend Vadim, who actually lives there, and is, I keep hoping that I don't wake up one day and see that he's been blown to bits. The other thing is because it's a white country and the proximity over there in Russia, this has very dangerous implications for the entire world. Okay? We already know the world don't give a fuck about black people, so don't be coming over here asking me about me. Some of you caught that bullshit. That's low. That's saw you coming a mile away. Are you kidding me? You don't deserve an answer, motherfucker. This is for people who understand. Raise your game up. Okay? Raise your game up. So, what's up with me? Simple. Keeping it real simple. And I'm posting it on my Facebook and other social media sources. I'm chilling. I'm sticking close to home. Music is an escape. The news is distressing. Like I told you, I watch all over the world. Don't ask for a fucking list. Find out for your goddamn selves, okay? If you hear the irritation, it's very real, and for a purpose. I deal with this in music groups too, where people ask questions that they can easily answer themselves, and I don't answer those questions. I'll put a link to Discogs, if anything. It's like, do some research, find out. Don't ask me, find out. And the other thing that is just so absurd about humanity is that here we are in a quandary because of a small group of people compared to the rest who own everything and are causing this madness, and yet average people are still so unaware that they're arguing amongst themselves about stuff. Why? Don't you see? Can't you get a larger perspective on things? We're set against one another on purpose for the benefit of those who rule over us. Don't you see it, people? It's been going on forever. Okay. So that's what's on my mind in the forefront. The other thing I want to share is musically, again, I've been on here for over 10 years and I haven't shown you everything in my collection. And so some of you folks who think you have me figured out, who will say things like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Well, I don't know why you're expecting anything. Even though you see what I show, you still don't know. You don't know. You know what I mean? You don't know the whole story. And the reverse is true. I don't know anyone's whole story. So, I thought to myself, well, let me show this, because I bet you there's some folks who don't expect me to have this. Slayer. And I don't have Rain and Blood anymore, but when it came out I bought it immediately on CD because I was intrigued and I was blown away. Rain and Blood is still an amazing album, but I still have this South of Heaven. But don't play it too much. But I keep it. I respect this music and I love the drumming. And I seen them live and they killed it. They were great live. These I keep as collector's items. Their early stuff is really, really raggedy. So I don't listen to this, but I keep it in the collection to pass on to my nephews. Slayer, Show No Mercy. And all records like this come in several different editions. And this one comes in this red, kind of dark, swirly sort of red. The last time I played this, it really was a nostalgia play because the main thing I was listening to was where they started and how far they had to go. That's what you can really hear on this. And the other one I have is I like this one better, Hell Awaits, and I like that cover too. I'm a rocker by historically in my life. I'm not a soul boy. I'm not a get the panties sort of lover sort of guy. I'm a rock and roller. That's my history. Isn't that nice? Nice picture disc. So I bristle at the idea that there's something strange about me, a human being, listening to this music. As if anyone else has anything to say about what I get to listen to. As if I'm supposed to listen to certain things because of certain reasons. You fucking kidding me? Get the fuck out of here. Things that need to be said from me, okay? That maybe you don't want to hear it, but I need to tell you. Notice I'm cool, I'm smiling. I'm not over here full of angst. This is just the whole picture of what I have to say and how I'm feeling and what's going on with me. I was sharing on Facebook last night that, doing deep breathing exercises, watching a whole lot less news. Someone asked me what my sources were. I told you Vadim is the one direct, but don't ask me shit like that. Find out for yourself. Do I watch CNN? No. Okay. How's that? I don't. Oh, folks, this new Deerhoof is so good that the song on the first side on B side, Plant Thief, I like that first part of the song so much that I made myself, because I have a studio, I made an edit where that first part repeats before it goes to the second part. And it's just like in my head I thought, it's like, this is strong, man. That could be like a pop hit. It just smashes. And I love her voice. Okay. Here's an album that I bought because of, someone asked me a while back when I showed my big actual about other labels. I don't collect Brain. It's not the same. The big actual was a specific series that I was after. Brain has shit all over the place. When I see Brain records at a reasonable price, I get them. But this is one that I bought by the duo Fuhrs and Frohling, Diary. They were in the progressive rock band SFF, and I like those albums really well. This is their first duo album, Alarcen, is beautiful. This is weird. And at first, as I was listening to it, I was saying, what is going on here? So maybe the title is correct, Diary. These are things that these guys were working on or ideas that they decided to capture. And some of them are just strange. They're just not even comfortable. They're weird. Look it up and see what you think. I think it's weird. Weird. Yeah. Strange. Like, what the hell is this? Okay, it was time for some Porcupine Tree because I listened to the audio video for the second release off their upcoming album. And I like Porcupine Tree a lot. So I was listening to recordings. This has one of my favorite songs by them. I'll say that. People ask me for favorites. When you ask me, you won't get an answer. When it pops out of me, that's when you hear it. So Buying New Soul is a song by Porcupine Tree I really like. It's on this album. So that's a favorite. But coming over and asking me for favorite lists and shit, no, I don't respond to that. I just don't respond. We've been talking about dream pop a little bit. It just really kind of goes into the area of music that I'm most drawn to, not dream pop, but music that is dreamy, dreamlike, imaginative, beautiful, takes me to another place. The music of Steve Jansen and Richard Barbieri, who were originally in the band Japan and Rain Tree Crow. These records they made do that for me. Worlds in a Small Room. This is very ambient. It's Richard Barbieri really showing what he can do with atmospheres and synthesizers. Fantastic album. Just wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Here's one I showed in a couple of groups yesterday that caused some interesting conversation about opinion. And I gave mine. Genesis Land of Confusion. So production-wise, this came out in 1986, and yeah, when I played it, it was like, oh yeah, that 80s production is real apparent and kind of unfortunate. But the lyrics are very, very, very on point. Stupid video. Most people think I don't care for the video, but I really like this song. Great B-side. Feeding the Fire is a great Genesis song. And when they go into the instrumental break, the Tony Banks section, killer. Killer. So I let people know online, I don't give a fuck what you think about this music. It has nothing to do with me listening to it. I don't even know why you have to tell me your funky attitude about 80s music. What are you telling me for? You're not listening to it, I am. And I had someone respond that I'm going to use that now. Yeah, why do we give a fuck what somebody else thinks when I'm sitting here in my house by myself listening to the music? I don't give a shit, I don't. Ramatam, whatever you say. This is an interesting album. When it came out, there was all this hubbub about whether or not the leader of the band, April Lawton, was actually a woman. 73. Very likely this is a early album by a transgender person, but I still don't know for sure. In April Came the Dawning of the Red Suns. This is pretty good. It goes all the way from kind of folky country sound to hard rock, and April could really play some guitar. It's good. Makes you wonder what happened to this person. Interesting. I don't know if that's a woman or if it's a transgender. Then it doesn't matter to me. But interesting, that stuff. You know, it's interesting. Got into this because I've been talking about it online. Rare Bird, an English band. When Peter Gabriel left Genesis, they tried to get the leader of this band's singer. They tried to get him. That might have worked. His voice, I like it. And it's similar in timbre. I love that cover. The original cover is different from this, and I like that cover as well. They had a hit called Sympathy. Have you heard it? It wasn't a big hit over here. It was a hit over in England. It's on this album. It's a good song. Good band. Progressive. They use real obvious classical motifs in some of their songs. King Crimson album. This is a late comer in my collection, but I really like this. This rocks. The Power to Believe. Pat Mastelotto on drums and drum programming. And I'm looking forward to seeing the King Crimson documentary. I think I have an insight into Robert Fripp's personality. People say he's difficult, and I would say that he's probably just very focused. He might be an asshole. Aren't we all, to a degree? Are any of you really thinking that you're not an asshole ever? We all are. I am. I know I am sometimes. I'm human. Why be fake? Just try to do your best. Gentle Giant, Acquiring the Taste. And this is the remastered 2020 version. Highly recommend these if you want a good sounding. Because I've compared this to my original. I have the original Vertigo. And of course the Vertigo is collectible because of that. But this is far superior sounding. And this is a wonderful, dark, Gentle Giant album. It's dark. I love it. Yesterday was Nena Cherry's birthday, it turns out. I guess she turned 58. Raised by Don Cherry. I'm not sure it's actually his daughter, but he raised her. And this album is the bomb. Have you never heard this? The Cherry Thing, with some European jazz musicians, Matt Gustafson in particular on horn. This blazes. This is really good. And she throws down. She's not relying on the band to bring the fire. She matches them vocally. She understands. It's so good. It's so good. So my sister trying to message me. Just hang on. Let's see if I can do this right quick. She's wearing my shirt. That's my sister. I'm going to see if I can get her right quick. Hey Stephanie, I'm including you in my video. I'm making I'm making my morning video, and so now I'm showing everyone I'm holding. They can't see your number, but I'm holding my phone up.
Oh, cool. And you can see your name. I'm wearing your t-shirt today.
I love it, Stephanie. And I showed that picture. Say hello to the world.
Yeah, okay, I will. I'm going to watch it when you load it.
Yeah, well, but say something right now for the video. Say hello to people.
Hello, everybody. I love my brother. I love this world. Enjoy each other.
Right on. Okay, Stephanie, I'll talk to you in a minute.
All right, kiddo. Bye-bye.
Love you. See, that's where we're all coming from. We ain't crazy. We know that love is the answer. Love is the answer. Okay? My big sis, she's been through hell and back. She turned 70 in June. I sincerely hope I can go out and see her and everyone else. To finish up on the record sitting out, the Dolphin brothers. Again, Steve Jansen, Richard Barbieri. Fantastic. This is subtle, adult-sounding pop. I guess that's the right word. It should be. I will use the word should. This is music that is so good that's kept from us. That if the radio stations would let jocks play this stuff, it would have raised the bar, and so much of the crap that people like and think is good would not be in existence, because this stuff just makes it pale in comparison. It really does. Listen to it and tell me what you think. Might not be for you, but you can hear the quality and along those lines. Solo album by the guitarist from Sandrose, French band. Still looking for the Sandrose album. It's very collectible. Tableau #1, and I have the #2 on CD. This is very symphonic and also Zool-like. Aspects of the sound of magma with a big, grand symphonic approach. And he's a guitarist, so he's soaring guitar. Maybe a little bit in the area of Mike Oldfield, but more cosmic. This is really good. Yesterday, I went to the record store and bought one record because I keep up with Homers. I like Mark Manner's approach. Every few days, he will make a video online and show what he's gotten in the used section. And not always does he get stuff I'm interested in. Usually it's just the same old shit, but he always surprises me, and there was a surprise waiting for me yesterday, so I went and grabbed it. Francisco, Cosmic Beam Experience. It comes out from about 1976. It's a percussionist who was in the bands The Travel Agency, I have that album, and the band Shanti. Zakir Hussain was in that band when he was a teenager. So this is very spiritual, but on the money. This is not bullshit. This is real. He's using his percussion and the sincerity of where he's coming from, and it comes through loud and clear. This is really, really calming. I really needed this yesterday. Played the whole thing a couple times because it's like, wow, this is not bullshit. So, there is a fair amount of stuff that's just bullshit when people talk about being cosmic and high and all that sort of shit. And that's why I don't like the term New Age, because there's so many hucksters like evangelists, fake fuckers. But that's a real thing, and really came in handy. So, 21 minutes long. Talk to me, people. Be kind. Be honest, but be real and check yourself, Seriously. There is no reason for anyone who has a difference of opinion or doesn't see me correctly to come over here and try to lay your garbage on my doorstep, because I'm going to sweep it off. I'm going to get my hose out and wash that shit down. It's like, think about it. If what you're going to say is going to cause me to delete it and block you, what are you doing? What is your purpose? Check that, because it's something about you that needs to be looked at, not me. I'll keep saying that. All right? Because it's the goddamn truth. Talk to you later.